Welcome to another segment of Lousje and Bean Behind the Scene. This is Couch Talk with Tessa and Lousje. Welcome, lovelies. I'm so excited. Miss Tessa is sitting next to me because we're doing a very special couch talk. We are addressing a question from Mary Lou, and I addressed your other question last week about the white shoes, but this is the hot one, the hot question. And I'm going to read it because Mary Lou, you wrote it I had to laugh. Anyway, it says, how did you meet Glenn? My sister has been single for some time. She tried online dating, but never again. Glenn seems like the prince of all princes. Does he have a twin? Where do mature ladies meet their princes? Not frogs, but true princes.
Oh, that's cute.
I have to show the statue that you gave me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Remember, that was years ago.
Years ago.
It was probably 8 years ago.
Just a way longer.
Way longer?
Oh, my goodness.
And I said, your prince will be soon.
It will be soon. And
it took a while.
Yeah, it took quite a while. But now I have met the Prince of Princes. You were right. I'm not going to tell him because he's got a bit of a big head already. So it will get bigger. But he is definitely the one that I've been waiting for all this time. But a little bit about online dating. So I've been off and on online dating. I've been single, God, Tessa, 28 years. And I've had 3 relationships, and
each relationship was just a year or 2.
Yeah.
So imagine all that time she was single, and my friends would always say to me, or people that knew you, knew us, oh, how is she not with a man? Yeah. A wonderful man.
At one time I managed a retail store in a winery in Niagara Lake, so I met a lot of men, and or you know, in passing, but it just nothing ever happened. I was always out and about.
Yeah, you're
not like
social, very social.
No, you're
very social. I have lots of friends.
Lots of friends.
And you were very content, and I think you just, if
that
it wasn't...
That is true. Yeah. I was very content being single.
Which is healthy.
Which is healthy, and it had to be, for me, it had to be so good.
Special.
If not, then, you know.
You're good on your own.
Good on my own.
It's true.
So, but and why Tessa is here, that we were on the dating site at the same time, the last time. Tessa met a wonderful man and your partner, and at almost the same, 3 years ago. Almost 3 years ago. And I met Glenn at the same time. So
within a week.
We had
our first date in July. She was July 1st.
Yeah.
Canada Day.
Canada Day.
Okay, you have to tell the whole story.
Well, anyway, I just want to go back a little bit about your sister having been on the dating site and never again. I have had no bad experiences ever, and you meet men that you say, bleh.
Yeah.
But that's not a bad experience.
No, you're right.
You learn from the bad ones.
I think what your point is you have to go in with a positive mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's not a terrible, awful thing.
No.
It's work.
It's definitely work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Look, it worked for both of us.
Exactly. Let's talk a little bit about the whole process, lovelies. First of all, when you feel you're ready to go out there, you have to make a good profile. And I didn't know where to begin or where to start. So I went to Tessa.
Yeah, so we went through your pictures and we picked out the best pictures. And I think it's important to show, like, you like to kayak. So I think it was important to have a kayak one in there, you know, out walking, you know, in the trails, but then also dressed up.
Dressed up a little bit,
you know, so I think you need at least like 4 pictures.
I would avoid pictures with grandchildren and
oh
things
gosh,
like
yeah.
that. And you see that a lot.
When you see, I've seen men with their children, and I'm thinking, why would you put your children in that? No, just yourself.
Yeah, I didn't even take pictures with the dog that I had at the time.
No,
you know?
No.
It's about you.
You can also have someone come out with you and take candid shots. Like you can, you know, and it's nice to be, you know, laughing in the pictures or whatever's true to how
your natural self, right?
But so, ladies, I must say, so if you wonder too which dating sites, we both were on Match.com. That's where we met both Ryan and Glenn.
Yeah, I've always thought about don't harp about paying. I mean, we spend money on, you know, whatever, a
no.
dinner that
you
is
have to
that
commit
price.
to it. It's a
You have to
commitment,
commit to it.
and you have to look at it too. Like, it's not a job, but it's a little bit of a job. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you
Totally.
take time at night every couple days, and you kind of comb through.
You come through,
And
you
then-
like, and don't be afraid
to approach them.
to approach them. You know, there's
We should
different.
have our own dating service.
We've talked about it because I get asked this question a lot.
Yeah, and I get excited about it.
And she was very excited, and it would be good because she would talk from a woman her point in her 40s. I'm in my 70s, and I actually have a friend of Glenn, a young woman, who started a dating site for shy men. Remember I told you that?
Yeah.
And she cannot keep up.
Yeah, I
She
bet.
has so many applicants.
It's not anymore that you're, you know, at Chapters and you talk to somebody in the Starbucks lineup.
No.
Like, you don't. It doesn't
If
happen. People
you-
don't. They have blinders on.
Exactly. And you know, it's so nice when people talk openly about it, because I think a lot of people are ashamed and they make up a different story. I bet.
And listen, there can be some people out there that put a sour, you know, touch on it
Sure.
if they send whatever. But
Sure.
you really gotta just, you know, you can't take it personally.
And go with a positive attitude. And for sure you meet some duds, right?
Yeah.
But you know.
A lot of duds.
A lot of duds.
It's funny, Lucy lived here at the time, and I would go out on dates, and I would come back here always after. Remember, you
And
guys would be
debrief.
sitting on the
Yeah.
couch, and I would debrief and tell them.
And we would have
It's
so many
funny.
laughs, and we have to have
But
a
you
lot of
know,
laughs.
yeah, it was fun. But it's true, you should have a phone call first, because you can tell a lot, or even a video call.
Totally.
And then when you go out
And,
on
and I find the sound of a voice is very important to me too.
yeah.
I don't want a man with a squeaky voice.
No.
You know?
But and I remember when I was
I have
doing,
a whole list.
she does have a whole list, and
Shopping
but it's
list.
good. It's
Yeah.
that's what you said. It's the shopping list. But also, I remember when I was doing it, and I met people that had met somebody, and I thought, gosh, you know, like, wouldn't that be a dream come true?
And so many. I won't
know.
name names,
No,
but I
but
know so many.
so many
and
people.
that got married and
Yeah.
have children
Yeah.
and live
So-
together. So
Yeah, Mary Lou, just
Make
I
a long
think
story
that
short.
yeah, I think that her sister shouldn't be afraid.
No.
And you can't put it in that category. You have to have a positive feeling
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah. And okay, so shall we go to how I met Glenn?
Yeah.
The interesting thing was I was on a dating site, and you get tired. After a while, you don't want to deal with it. And I said to Tessa, I'm going to get off.
But I think that's really important too, is that you take breaks and for
Yes.
yourself as well. I remember going on for a couple months, and then you go off
It's tiring.
for a month or so, and then you go on, and then it's kind of fresh again.
Because it's emotional too, right?
It's a lot of work.
But
So
over the years, because I've been off and on dating sites for over the years, right?
I used to love it when she would say, I'm going to go back online, and I would get so
She would be
excited.
so
And I
excited.
would comb the sites for her.
Yeah, she would send me.
I love it.
Anyway, but I've met a really nice man, and the men I was in a relationship with, they were nice men.
Really nice men.
And I've traveled with them, and I've done great things, and you learn from every relationship
Yes,
you learn.
that's true too.
And it was not after a year, usually it would start to, you get signs, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't jive anymore.
Yeah.
And then I had no problem breaking it off. So,
Well, and that's true too. You can't be afraid to be alone, or you
no.
can't.
And I was really looking for that man, which I have found, that still had so many ambition and so many things to do, and had an agenda every day from 8 till, late. At my age, a lot of men are slowing down, right? And they want to cough and watch TV and sit and read. And that's fine, but you have to find your type.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very fortunate to find my type.
Mm-hmm.
And
You were going to say, though, when you were on the site, wasn't it his last week or your
Oh,
last
yes.
week? Yeah.
And I've always looked for men in Toronto and surrounding areas. I always went far to meet
Because you
them.
thought there wouldn't be anybody cool here.
I thought it would be so bad, but
I know,
anyway.
I know.
So then I thought, okay, I'm going to change. I don't feel like driving all the time, long distance relationships. I'm going to look for somebody in St. Catharines. So it was my first few days, and it was his last week. And he thought, I'm going to give it one more kick at the can, and then I'm off. And he saw my pictures, and he looked where I was, and we lived 15 minutes in walking distance away.
It's crazy.
And he thought, holy mackerel, how did I miss this one? Well, I just started. So anyway, we connected and we talked for a few times, and then we met for coffee.
That's the other thing too, just a coffee or a quick drink.
Just don't go
do
for dinner. Do not
So
go
you're
for
stuck.
dinner. You're stuck. It's true.
It's true.
For me, it was always a coffee.
Yeah.
And I don't do glasses of wine, or did you? You did.
I did, and I remember my one of my dates was 19 minutes long, and I called
Yeah.
it. This guy was so rude. We went to Bench Brewery, and he was so rude to the waitress, and then I was like,
You're done.
Yeah.
And then you're out of there.
Yeah.
And then you sit in your car and you think, I'm going
I
home.
know, I know. And then you're
I'm
like,
so happy to go home. Right?
It's so true.
Or she would call me, she'd say, oh my God, you can't believe it. What
Yeah.
But-
oh my God, it's so
But
funny.
no, you know, then you have fun about it.
You have to
right?
have fun about it. And you have to have girlfriends that you can,
Yes.
bounce stuff off. Or look, I look for a girlfriend of mine, and there's men that she wouldn't even look at. And I thought you have to give, you have to give these guys a try.
And also, I've
A
been,
chance, I should say.
really. I've been on coffee dates where it was so-so. It wasn't great, but it was so-so. Well, but nice enough. So I gave it another chance. Then if they would say, would you like to meet again? I would say, yeah, okay, and then maybe you do lunch or a glass of wine or something. For the talk.
But also, I'm a big believer in manifestations.
Yeah, you do.
I am.
Yeah.
So I wrote down
Yeah.
exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
I referred back to it and I wrote it out. And if I read it, it's exactly Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
It's
Ryan.
true.
And that was from years ago. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe in that. You got to put it out there,
Yeah.
and then you got to let it happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And apparently Kristen met her husband too as well online dating in Hamilton.
And they're very happily married.
happily married, there you go.
We have a few nieces. I have a nephew in the Netherlands that have met amazing people.
Yeah.
And it's of every age now. It's like all ages.
Yeah.
On dating sites. No, I'm a big fan of dating sites. I still think we should start a dating.
Let's do it.
Let's do
I'm
it.
ready.
And you have a girlfriend who wants to join.
She's joining.
Because she has psychology, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, by now we are almost have our psychology, our masters in psychology.
no. But also, what we could talk about too, Mom, is tips on dressing. How
Oh
to
yes,
dress.
that's
she wanted
exactly.
to talk about that too.
Sorry. Yes. So I am a firm believer in wearing something that you feel comfortable in. You cannot have tight or tuck or need to do this or this. So always my tank dress with a little crop jacket, a scarf, my belt. And when it's very casual, I've also met in a park for coffee, or I've dated during COVID. And
Oh my gosh, yeah.
yeah, he was sitting at the end of the bench in a park, and I was sitting here.
Can you imagine?
And even with Glenn, it was still partly COVID.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
Big 3 years this
Years,
July.
My God.
It's
But
exciting.
anyway, I always wear something that's comfortable, right? So my tank dress and a jeans jacket when it's more casual. I
What
always
is it?
like she shoes. But I don't believe in cleavage or tight clothing on the first date. I'm not that much into that anyway. And you? What do you wear?
Yeah, actually, probably the same. Like
Yeah.
a
Basically
tight
what
pair
you
of pants
wear.
with a little jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
comfort is the most
Comfort
important
is the
thing,
most thing.
right?
And you have to express yourself too, who you are, right? So
True.
you have to wear what you would
Yeah.
typically wear.
True.
Um,
So this would be my dating outfit.
Yeah.
And this would be yours.
Yeah, I would definitely wear this
Yeah.
on a date.
I would also sometimes wear my tank dress with the belt and a cut loose shirt open, just a
Yeah.
different look. But I think that I feel very feminine in this dress, first of all, which is important to me. You can do so many different things with it, right? I've worn a boxy sweater with it. I've worn a Marie Laloon sweater with it. So it's really endless. So here comes the tank dress again, which we are
Restocking.
Restocked.
Yeah,
Restocking.
they're in production.
Yeah.
And ladies, this will be our last week of the store being open, and shortly into the week after, we will be closing at the end of May for the month of June. So exciting. So don't forget, ladies, we will be online only. The boutique will be closed, and we can't wait for you to see the unveiling in the beginning of July.
It will be spectacular.
So exciting. So when Lousje got this letter about the online dating, I just wanted to join her because we kind of did this little journey together, which was fun.
It was our journey together, but this is
was
full
special.
disclosure, lovely. You understand?
Yeah.
But I have no problem talking about it, because I think you should spread the word so that you can see that it can be successful.
Yeah.
If you do it right? And
you just have to be positive.
Yeah.
I think it's just all about being positive.
Totally.
Anything
and confident.
And confident, yeah.
And like you said, don't take it personal. If you don't get a call back,
well, that was it. Sometimes too, you're chatting with someone really nicely, and you think they're great, and then all of a sudden nothing. You have to think too, they're probably talking to 5 other women, right?
True.
Just as well, I mean, I don't know. That's what I always say to my friends,
they
because
are shopping too.
You don't know, right?
Sure.
And then it's not meant to be. Don't let it hurt your ego.
You have to say it's not meant to be. C'est la vie. On that note, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure we're going to get lots of comments, which is great.
And watch out for our new dating site. No,
yes,
I'm joking.
yes.
Our company. We'll profile you up and get you ready.
Yeah, you can call us. We'll come out and take your pictures. Oh my goodness. Okay, lovelies. Enjoy your Sunday, and as always, keep on smiling.